You're nothing but smiles. What are we doing here? Huh? What are we doing here, little boy? Oh, you going that night? Okay. At least he's in a good mood. Hi guys, it is Saturday evening, 8 o'clock. And Sebastian finally they started his infusion, his blood transfusion, I should say. He just rolled his eyes at me. He's so sleepy, but he's doing good. We're just hanging out and waiting to actually get transferred to the same floor we just spent the last 10 days at, well, 2 weeks ago or whatever, however many days ago. But he's doing good, hanging in there. Gio was on his way from work. That's about all we have right now. The plan is to admit him and give him this transfusion, and hopefully that's gonna do him good. And then I think they wanted to just run some tests and figure out why exactly the red blood count is dropping so rapidly. So no other real information than that. We could be here for a day, we could be here for 5 days. You never know with Sebastian. But as of right now, Saturday night, he's doing okay. So just to give everybody kind of like an idea of what's going on, I don't know if I broke this down in my other video, so if I already did, I apologize. But your body is supposed to have certain levels of things, right? Like your oxygen level in a healthy person should be 100%. That also applies to like your hemoglobin, your blood, your red blood cells, all of that stuff. So for Sebastian specifically, for a child like Sebastian, his weight, his size, his medical history, they like his hemoglobin levels to be at 11. That's a good number. When they get to 10, they're like, it's still acceptable, but we prefer 11. Once you start getting 9, 8, 7, 6, that's where it's a problem. So when we were released from the hospital last Thursday, Sebastian's levels were at 8, but given that he was on antibiotics, assuming that his red blood cells are going to regenerate themselves, they were okay to send him home. He had a blood draw by the home care nurse last Tuesday, or this most recent Tuesday, and his level was 6.5, I believe, and the hospital didn't get the results until yesterday. They were concerned with those numbers and they wanted to retest, which is why the nurse came out this morning to retest, just make sure that that was true. Unfortunately, it was true and they actually went down. It was 5.4 this morning, which technically it's like a critical state, which is why we ended up back in the hospital. However, they did redraw his blood at the hospital tonight and it went up to a 6 before transfusion, which is good, but anything 7 and below, they do a transfusion of blood. So for now, he's getting this transfusion. It should help. He's doing okay. Gio's on his way with some food, hopefully, and he's gonna be admitted and we'll see what happens. It stinks that this is happening because we're back here and it's not even about the driving back and forth. It's just being away from Sebastian and having him be in the hospital and just everything that comes with that makes me feel bad. But even with that being said, it's nice to have information. It's nice. Like, we were so confused why Sebastian couldn't come off the oxygen. He was on barely any oxygen at home and it was so confusing, and now it makes sense because he doesn't have enough red blood cells in his body, which is what provides oxygen to the body. So now it's kind of nice to have that peace, and I'm not really sure why I didn't put it together before. It's nice to have some clarity there at least, but we're doing okay. He's hanging in there per usual. Just waiting on my room, right? That's a little spit up, sorry. He's doing good though. I know it sounds silly, the transfusion's only been going for maybe like 20 minutes, but he already looks like he has some pink in his cheeks. I don't know, maybe it's a placebo effect in my mind, but he's content. Seems like he's not having any crazy reactions to the blood transfusion, so he's also winding down. It's time for bed, so it'll be nice to get him into a room, get him all tucked in and settled for the night. And Sebastian doesn't know this yet, but your grandma's coming tomorrow, and your great grandma. They're gonna come visit you. He says, don't put me on the camera right now, Mom. He's hiding. Okay, I'll stop. He just wanted to check out a different room on the floor. Got a blue room. Does this setup look familiar? Different room. I'm in a blue room now. Same setup. I'm just waiting for my dad. The blood transfusion's going good. Ugh. Sorry, trigger warning to anybody who doesn't like blood. We're gonna get him settled in and get him tucked into bed pretty soon. Look who's here.
Oh, why they got you back in baby jail? Huh?
He's like so full of energy. It's so weird.
What the heck? They giving you an oil change? What the heck?
That's funny. Big boy. Well, hospital dinner date. Someone's snoozing. Good night. I'm gonna see you in a little bit.